The Diary of Samuel Pepys, the 11th of March, 1660, Sunday. All the day busy without my band on, putting up my books and things, in order to my going to sea. At night, my wife and I went to my father's to supper, where Jane Norton and Charles Glasscock supped with us, and after supper home, where the wench had provided all things against tomorrow to wash, and so to bed, where I much troubled with my cold and coughing. The 12th of March, 1660. This day the wench rose at 2 a.m. to wash, and my wife and I lay talking a great while. I, by reason of my cold, could not tell how to sleep. My wife and I to the Exchange, where we bought a great many things, where I left her and went into London, and at Beddle's, the bookseller's at the Temple Gate, I paid £12, 10 shillings and sixpence for Mr. Fuller by his direction. So came back, and at Wilkinson's found Mr. Shepley and some sea people as the cook of the Naseby and others at dinner. Then to the White Horse in King Street, where I got Mr. Buddle's horse to ride to Huntsmore, to Mr. Boyer's, where I found him, and all well, and willing to have my wife come on board with them while I was at sea, which was the business I went about. Here I lay and took a thing for my cold, namely a spoonful of honey and nutmeg scraped into it, by Mr. Boyer's direction, and so took it in my mouth, which I found did me much good. The 13th of March, 1660. It rained hard, and I got up early and got to London by 8 o'clock at my lord's lodgings, who told me that I was to be secretary and Creed to be deputy treasurer to the fleet, at which I was troubled, but I could not help it. After that to my father's to look after things, and so to my shoemakers and others. At night to Whitehall, where I met with Simmons and Llewellyn at drink with them at Roberts at Whitehall. Then to the Admiralty, where I talked with Mr. Creed, both the brothers, and they were very seemingly willing and glad that I have the place, since my lord would dispose of it otherwise than to them. Home and to bed. This day the Parliament voted all that had been done by the former rump against the House of Lords be void, and tonight that the writs go out without any qualification. Things seem very doubtful what will be the end of all, for the Parliament seems to be strong for the king, while the soldiers do all talk against.